my dreams I'm alone. I wish I could feel you here. Do you ever think of me a little? Do I not mean what you mean to me? I'm waiting by the phone. Do you ever dream of me? Do you ever think of me a little? You say you love me now, but will you love me tomorrow? Love me tomorrow. You say you love me now, but will you love me tomorrow? Love me tomorrow. You say you love me now, but will you love me tomorrow? Love me tomorrow. You say you love me now, but will you love me In my dreams I'm alone. I wish I could feel you here. Do you ever think of me a little? Do I not mean what you mean to me? I'm waiting by the phone. Do you ever dream of me? Do you ever think of me a little? You say you love
Bruh.
me now, but will you love me tomorrow? Love me tomorrow. You say you love me now, but will you love me tomorrow? You say you love me now, but will you love me tomorrow?
Hey, traders. welcome to the weekly candle close stream, whatever. First stream from my new place, and yeah, man, it's been really hellacious getting everything set up, but making progress. Doesn't help that I'm like not feeling well, like sick and stuff. So yeah, man, it's just when it rains, it pours. So thanks for bearing with me. Haven't been live since like, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday or something. So just know I've been like just dealing with IRL stuff. So happy Father's Day as well. And Bitcoin's just been bleeding out past 3 days anyway, right? And you fell to your lowest level since June 9th. Back below the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. There's no edge really. I mean, you can clearly see it's like bearish convergence on the oscillators. A low, the slightly lower low with higher levels negative momentum, lower levels relative strength. So this is what happens though, Larry, right? When you hit an inflection point and you're showing buyer exhaustion, this can manifest, and so it's not really too surprising, right? Please give me an audio check. Man, what's going on? Hold on. There's just new problems occur, right? Hold on, let's see. Crosshair needs to be a different color, I think. Now we're good. Yep. Gotta change a few things. All right. Audio's good. Sweet. So range-bound asset during the summertime, not making lower lows than your June 8th low, but you're working on it. So dead middle of a range, you know what that means, right? Flip the coin, could rally up. Flip the coin, it could rally, it could inverse rally down, right, to the low point of the range. So just so we're clear here, so you can see it being really, you know, showing it dead middle. So unfortunately, like altcoins have been bleeding out with Bitcoin, but not too bad. I mean, it's just really I don't even know. I mean, is the Bitcoin volatility can't be still rising, right? Yeah, I mean, it's hey, look, at an inflection point, Bitcoin volatility has reversed. And this is where maybe the lower high was put in, and eventually this could bleed out all the way to the bottom of the range again. And that idea that we had talked about on Bitcoin volatility could turn into a textbook bullish Gartley. Right, bullish Gartley down here at near the bottom of the range. So if that's gonna play out, just buckle up, because you know you notice the base mat overlay, it's like a desert. Okay, you might be going into the desert for volatility. All right, bearish convergence, and yeah, it would just make sense, right? You've like attempted your rally here, you've made your lower high. And I mean, again, if it's just going to follow wave analysis, that's we've been, you know, that's been respected for like 100+ years on charts, yeah, you could wind up at the bottom again. So that's just okay. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. Just check back up on it. Hasn't really moved much, right? I mean, at all. It's just been flat since like June 12th. It's the 20th now. Nothing burger is going on, right? But definitely, you know, think eventually you could run up to 50% market cap dominance, which just means that altcoins could underperform in the coming weeks, maybe a couple months, right? And that's okay, because I mean, they had been outperforming the crap out of Bitcoin, you know, for a while. I mean, topped out in January, and this the whole year, 6 months, man. Bitcoin dominance has been devastated. So yeah, 88% retraces, oftentimes where we see major reversals. And we even had that 4 hour little Gartley down here, which is like what you're looking for. So cool. So what could play a role in complementing this chart, Bitcoin dominance, would be like the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, which is kind of double topping. Ooh. Dang, man, this almost got there. Good God, this is what we had plotted. It never quite got to the 786, but wow, definitely look at that divergence, man. You know, where you low, same low, lower low, lower low, and then slightly higher low, you're just diverging really strong. So maybe this is where you are catching a reaction, not quite at the 786, but definitely at the 72% retrace, which is pretty much a 1.414 fib extension V to C. Yeah, V to C. So we'll see how that goes. Excuse me, man. Again, I'm not feeling well at all. I haven't felt well in like a week, so I don't have a water. I might have to go run downstairs to get a water, or in the other room anyway. Hold on. Wow, look at this interesting development on Ethereum to Bitcoin. Look at this big bullish engulfing candle developing today. Wow. Today, man. And can't really say there's bullish divergence. It's very close, man. I mean, it's almost to a point where you could argue bullish divergence on the MACD. But if, let's say, you're technical, all right, you could very well say hidden bullish divergence on the RSI, where you make a low, then the slightly higher low, about the same low, and then you make lower levels of relative strength. That is hidden bullish divergence, pending price action continuation. So dang, you know, I look at this and it's the same thing, right? Like Bitcoin volatility, like X, A, B, C, and you might be working C to D, and lo and behold, there's some sort of edge on Ethereum to Bitcoin well above the major inflection point. Oh, and PK, thanks so much for the 20 super chat,
Michael
man.
Parker tipped $25.
The first tip of the
Hey, Mitch, hope
new
you feel better,
place.
Robbie. Can we take a look at Mattel Mat on the week?
Thanks, Michael, man. Thank you, dude. Yeah, look at Mattel, man. I think Hasbro have been getting wrecked, so I'm sure Mattel is probably following similar fate for now. We'll look at it, all right? Thanks. Thank you, man. All right. Interesting, man. Bullish cipher. All right, cipher, right? Yeah, bullish cipher. I said Garlic. Bullish cipher. Near its PCZ, diverging on the 4 hour. So there could be more upside, actually, you know? I had not looked at it in a couple days, so it wasn't looking good, and now we have new data, so you have to change your tone when new data presents itself. Isn't that how analysis works? Yes. No, my lawn guy will be fine, Spice Melange. I own that property and not selling it, renting it out to my friend's parents who lost their home in the tornadoes in March. So he's still on the payroll, dude. No worries. If you're worried about the lawn guy, he will be fine. Oh yeah. That's right, Brad. That's right. Fake news, man. Fake news. Dude, we don't even know like what it is, okay? It could be a looky-loo. Probably not. I'm just happy to be back, man. Felt really out of place the past few days. Not being able to stream, not having the energy yesterday, but then it was logistical the past couple days before that, where I just couldn't get things. Like there were just things with my custom made desk that wouldn't work with the mounting of the screens, the internet stuff. We had to run Cat 5s from the bottom from the first floor to the second floor of this place, and that was a huge headache. Lots of holes and stuff, and then they had to paint. Dude, it was just a logistical nightmare kind of, but we got it done. And big shout out to the contractor, Steve Massey. Killed it, dude. He's been doing a very good job. So very satisfied with his work. Anyway, what is that? Massey Home Crafters. All right, whatever. Anyway, so we looked at Bitcoin. We looked at Bitcoin dominance. We looked at Ethereum to Bitcoin, and could be upside here actually. And then we could look at Ethereum US dollar. That has just been bleeding out, man. But what were we talking about? Dude, if we could get a $2,000 Ethereum, we could have a unbelievable bullish Gartley, and you hit the $2,041 mark, which is the old all-time high from February 20th, right? You hit that like the Jesus man and bounced. Really nice reaction there. No edge though, no real edge on the 4 hour at that level. So yeah, you caught your reaction at a critical support from history. Maybe you rally, you just end up making a lower high than previous high, which is 2,600. You can run all the way up to freaking 2,500, make a lower high, then sell off again. And you're just looking for that perfect $2,000 area that lines up with the 786 PCZ of the bullish Garley and the 1272 fib extension. Confluence right there, man. Very nice. So you're getting there, and that was just like we thought. Remember last time I was live, it looked ugly. It didn't look good, man. You made three, triple top kind of, and then you sold off, and then you made a high at the 2,600 area, not once, but then twice. You like double topped there, and that's like a form of confirmation to market participants that what was once resistance is truly resistance again. So what happens after that? Buyers relent, sellers take over, and you sell off all the way down to what? The next real formal support, which it hit. Beautiful, right? So TA in its own way being respected on Ethereum and the US dollar, you gotta like it, man. All right, you gotta dig this. Starting to get into areas where, man, this is where big reversals can occur. Okay, the trend is still, you can't even believe it, man, but the trend truly is still bullish. Okay, right? And if this was to play out, you think about, remember the old idea we had here. It's still, I think, valid until you fall below 1750 or so, right? Was well, it could have been a bat, but it also, we were looking at it like the cipher, right? XA, B, C, and then D way up here, right? 786. This could take all summer, right, to play out. Or something like that. The bearish cipher, man. It's not dead yet. It's not over. It's still valid of an idea. All right, and then the bullish Garley could help usher in that next wave up, big wave up, C to D for a 3850 PCZ. All right. Getting to value areas on Ethereum. Finally, and this is what we're talking about. There were some of them, some altcoins that had not hit PCZs yet of their structures, but many had. And it was like we said, hey, if things don't go well, at least you got those. I think this one and like Dash and a few others, ZRX maybe, they weren't quite there. And I think they all are now. All right, we'll look at these. Okay, I think Litecoin was another one, right? Hey, Litecoin still didn't even get there, man. That's crazy, right? It never got to the PCZ. And why? Why did it not get to the pattern completion zone yet of its own bullish Gartley? Look left, man. It's a historical support resistance, 146. You got to go all the way back to June of 2019, that peak, the major reversal of the entire trend. Wow, I think the halvening, Litecoin had its own halvening around this time. And that's what's keeping it afloat, not once, but twice now. But again, there is truly no edge on the oscillators on Litecoin, implying upside right now. So you run up like Ethereum, you make a lower high, then 180 at any time, and then you sell off and maybe you get a chance at 136. And it lines up with the 1414 pretty well, confluence there, okay? So we're getting there, man. Some of them are getting there. Some were already there, and unfortunately, they're not dead and out yet. But I just wanted to look at Litecoin. Okay, is this stream on? Are we still? Is the internet good? Dude, remember, this is the first stream from the new place. So, I mean, we got all kinds of things that could go wrong. That could be issues right now. Does everything seem okay? Everything like kosher? Anything out of the ordinary that you're seeing that I missed, besides the crypto market price sucking? When housewarming, when I feel better and can unpack a lot of the stuff I can't yet. Everything's good. You'll get the Penthouse tour once everything is like, once everything, dude, it's like probably another 3 weeks to a month out before everything is gonna be exactly the way I want it, right? Yeah, echo. It is echoing in here because there's nothing on the floor. There's nothing on the walls. It's just my battle station. That's it, dude. TV hasn't even been mounted yet, so it does not feel strange not being in a house, Frantic Rock. It feels incredible waking up, just being in the heart of this city that I, I wasn't born and raised here. I was born and raised in the suburbs, but it's like definitely the city. Man, I'm like watching right now a helicopter land on top of Children's Hospital right now. It's so crazy, dude. The airlift and stuff. Yeah, lighting could be better, dude. These things are going to be worked out in time, man. This is just like, I just got home from my parents' house, haven't eaten barbecue with the family because it's Father's Day, and, you know, whatever. We're just going to taking it easy today. I hope you are too. And yeah, let's look at the elephant in the room. Unfortunately, like OMG, you know, kind of like fell below its PCZ, kind of, you know. But I don't think these are dead yet, you know. Like, yeah, it's like it kind of just fell below the PCZ. That's okay though. Look, what did it do? It hit support resistance from history, 416 or so. Yep. And you know, it is kind of showing an edge now, at least on the RSI. Look, from one low to the second low, it's making a higher.
Penthouse, Mitch, you deserve it all.
A higher low.
What did you think what Michael J. Burry said, that the mother of all crashes is coming? An S&P 500 not looking that good. Enjoy your night, Mitch, and I love the stream like always.
Greta, thanks, dude. Mother of all crashes is coming. Well, he said that in 2005, and it took like a couple to a few years to play out. So he could be sitting here. We could be waiting on that for a few years. So I mean, there's always going to be it is a certainty that the market will crash again. But who knows when that actual event is going to occur? The event, which is the crash, normally crashes usher in bear markets, which are processes, right? And those can take some time. I mean, normal bear markets, like they say, like economists or analysts say that a bear market lasts a minimum of 18 months. So like that's what I worry about. It's not about the crash. I worry about, because COVID crash, we got it, the fastest 30% drawdown in the history of mankind, right, on stock market, but the fastest recovery in the history of mankind on stock market, right? So that did not usher in the bear trend, did it? We didn't get one of those. It was more like a 1987 thing. I worry about more like the tech bubble, right? That pop, man, tech assets, it took like a decade for them to recover, to just break even. I worry about like global financial crisis, bear market that lasted like 18 months, right? Lower highs, lower lows, bearish ciphers, rising wedges. I mean, there will be a time to be taking shorts, fading everything that any pop, fading it, looking for bearish patterns and bearish trends for downside, buying puts, shorting outright. Like there will be a time when that occurs. It's just we haven't seen that actual type of market in years, right? Like literally like 11 years or something. But it'll happen again, man. It really will. So do I worry about it? I mean, like, I guess so. So why don't you like continue to diversify your resources, right? Your capital into, I don't know, real estate's great, man. Income producing properties, so safe. And we're going into a renter's market, man. Like the real estate market's getting so high that it's pricing out millennials, second largest generation. They can't afford to buy houses, and they all think that they're waiting for a pullback, which they might be mistaken, because the pullback could take multiple years. So they could be renting out for 5+ years, or it maybe never comes, right? So they're waiting for a pullback to buy new homes. So they might be renting for a while. So it's always good to own property that you can rent out to those people while they wait. Okay? I look so mysterious. Ugh, so mysterious, man. Ugh. Is that how it works? Okay, so OMG, I get it, man. Maybe a stop or something. Dude, it's still okay, and it's actually showing bullish divergence in the RSI from one low to the lower low. Holy crap. These are still, look at the daily, they're still deep value areas. I don't care what a setup did or is, it's still there. So you hold that 415, you're fine. You're fine at these levels above 415 to 450. You're okay. I mean, it will literally require Bitcoin to reverse bullishly, and I don't know. You're in a dead middle of range without an edge, really. So it's just tough to say, man. And that's why there are other markets to participate in, where you think what's looking the best right now out of anything, right? Crypto's looking like dog crap in ways, because I mean, look, what makes it look like? Why you say dog crap? I don't know. You tell me, dude. You tell me an asset that for a year appreciated in value a substantial amount. This is total market cap, okay? And now it crashed, literally crashed. Yes, that is a crash. And since the crash, the asset has only back tested the old inflection point as resistance not once, but twice, sold off. Same, so a buy wall set up around $1.4 trillion and then rallied once more. And it was so weak, right? There was even less market participants that were involved in this market that it could not, again, test the top, made a lower high, and has since sold off with the buy wall still holding at 1.4 trillion. So that is classic distribution going on, man. All right, classic distribution. So Rolls Royce, it was really wet, a lot of flooding, a lot of damage done to a lot of areas. Not where I'm at, but yeah, it was wild, man. It was. Thank God I moved on Friday. That's all I can say. Good God, dude. I could not imagine moving yesterday. It would have been awful, miserable. So classic distribution on total market cap. Hey, maybe it reverses. I would be so pleased and happy, right? Because I have a whole position like a lot of you. But if you just talk about the technicals of it, man, one high, an actual slightly lower high. Look at it. Yeah, lower high and then a much lower high where the 200 moving average on the 4 hour was tested, rejected as resistance for the sell-off. I mean, that is not what you would call bullish at all. I don't know who would say that this looks bullish, even if it does go up. All right, so flip the chart over. I mean, flip the chart over. I mean, you can't tell me that looks. I mean, that looks incredible. If I would be so bullish if the asset did this, flipping the chart over. At least it'd be like some temporary upside to at least go test maybe 1.3 to 1.08 trillion. You know, you flip the chart. Anyone get where I'm at on this? Okay, just saying, man, or whatever. I'm not trying to scare people or make people feel bad or anything. I'm just looking at distribution going on, rejections of 200 moving averages, lower highs, buy wall. That's like descending triangle behavior and stuff. Okay. So, you know, there's just a plethora of assets we could look at. BAT was another one that had not quite hit its PCZ, did it? Oh my God. It was close, dude. It was really close. Look how close, man. It was. I mean, it almost did hit it. It just didn't quite. I mean, we're talking like infinitesimal amounts. That's like, wow. That is a textbook bullish Gartley on the 4 hour. I don't care who you are, right? It's just, it's so conflicting with the total market cap that looks awful. But that's perfect, dude. Look at the volume somehow came in. What the heck's going on at the PCZ, that volume signature? It's really, I guess, not that big a deal, you know. But it is your highest level of volume you've seen since April 9th. Is it completely wrong? See, that's what I'm saying. It's another thing that's just like, dude, it's his plan B, a lot of respect. I mean, that on-chain analysis stuff is great. What he said today, he tweeted like worst case scenario, $135,000 Bitcoin by October, but like upside, like best case is like 400,000 big. I mean, it sounds great. I mean, that's why it holds, because hey man, crazier things have happened. We saw this similar stuff in 2017 where it looked so terrible, and then just bids came in, right? And then part two of one of the craziest bull runs in history of mankind happened, you know? So then it ran to 20K. From like $1,000 or something like that, right? So I'm not one to say he's completely wrong. I'm literally just looking at, you know, how we read charts, right? Just classic distribution on total. But hey man, if you hold 1.4 trillion long enough, you rally back up. Hey, remember, if it's a rectangle we're talking about, right? If it can rally back up to 1.7 trillion, 7% chance of breakout of the upside. So, I mean, it's just all about what happens next. I think if we get back up, if you see 1.71 to 1.78 trillion again, I think the probability is very high you break that and run to 2.2 trillion, okay? So it's just, if that could happen, let's go. but you're just very far off that right now, okay? What's up? So Super Trooper, you know what I'm saying? I am definitely, I don't act like I know where these things are going. We just look for swing trade opportunities at value areas based on Fibonacci and confluence and support resistances and divergence, you know, the combination of variables. That's all I'm doing. I don't ever try to make predictions like, oh yeah, dude, we're going to this level, man. Like that's like, you can find that on any live stream, right, in the space. So I'm just trying to use the Mark Douglas approach to this market, you know. VG, what's up, dude? Thanks. And VRG, thank you for the 10 Australian dollars, dude, or a super sticker. Thank you, man. Yeah, crypto will come back, and I mean, look, we're staring in the face of a beautiful bullish Gartleon bat that's at its PCZ. Really kind of tough to discern any sort of divergence there. Let's look at like just, you know, how's the 6 hour looking? 6 hour, not really. 8 hour, we look here. A little divergence on the 8 hour, I guess. But yeah, make no mistake about it. You know, the ones that weren't ready are now becoming ripe. Be alert. So we only got Bitcoin Cash, it's 553. There's another one that was just like, dang, dude, it's still not dead yet, right? I mean, it went below the PCZ of the Gartley, right? Not by much though. You know, showing divergence at rally, but what happened? The macro took over. The macro dictates these assets despite any kind of beautiful pattern, right? So Bitcoin takes a turn for the worse. It doesn't matter that BAT's at the PCZ, and Ethereum's almost pretty much at the PCZ, Litecoin's almost at the PCZ. It doesn't matter, right? They're gonna get wrecked with it. So, right, let's just move this over, this deep, and you can just clearly see it's fine. It's like still at areas where reversals to the upside could occur, just like OMG, right? Oh no, they fell marginally below their PCZs. That's gonna happen sometimes, man. It's not gonna be perfect. So everything's still kind of okay on altcoins, but pray for Bitcoin, that's all we can say. And I just don't know what to tell you about how ugly total looks for now, until something changes. Why is gold wrecked? Gold's wrecked because the composite operator decided the FOMC press conference was the time to dump everything. We know for a fact that nothing changed, right, from their meeting? Nothing. They're not going to taper yet. They said they're going to take actions as long as they need to. They said that, again, inflation was higher than they projected. It's higher than projected, and then gold dumps. It's supposed to be the hedge against inflation, right? So it was just kind of like a sell the news event. Composite operator waited for that. And it wasn't just gold that got wrecked. It was silver, it was copper, palladium, soybeans, corn, commodities, cattle futures, right? Pig futures. It was everything, man, okay? But why? I think it was more so a technical play and a sell the news event that occurred, right? That's what it was, man. I mean, more than anything fundamentally, it was technical. Dude, remember, soybeans, dude. Soybeans, futures. It just made too much freaking sense, man. Oh, look at that bounce off the good reaction being made on the 200-day moving average. That's pretty strong, dude. That's why I like the 200 moving average, simple moving average. So look at the weekly, dude. I mean, you can't tell me this wasn't technically perfect. Right? I mean, everything you could have ever dreamed of for an edge, right? Remember, anytime you're at a major inflection point from history and you're showing bearish divergence, that is the combination you're looking for, where the probability is much higher that the divergence will play out, right? You're at the steel wall of resistance that goes back to freaking 2008, man. 2008. You hit it. You were diverging bearishly, impending price action, reversal, and you got it, man. I mean, on both oscillators, it was there. I think it was way more of some sort of technical phenomenon, more so than anything that Jerome Powell said. It was just the composite operator used that as the event to move the market, right? That was sell the news event. Okay, anyway, so. Do you respect it? Oh yeah, do we play it again? I mean, I don't even know. I gotta get a button for this, I think. Maybe I can't find it, dude. It's screwed, dude. Never mind. Just kidding.
Do you respect it?
There you go, dude. Perfect. No one, no one said I knew where it was going, dude. I'm not. All I'm trying to do is teach traditional technical analysis to people that want to learn, that want to invest in themselves and to give themselves an edge on the market. The game is all about probabilities, never about certainties. Okay, that's it. What's up, Michael, man? How you doing, dude?
Michael Parker tipped $25. Hey Mitch, can we also take a look at Pitbull when you set it up a couple of weeks ago and it's done well?
Yeah, because that's one of the only sectors I'm seeing that actually looks pretty promising for more upside right now, and it's clearly playing out. I mean, Hogeki, what's up, dude?
CRO, bro.
We'll look at Crow, bruh. Thanks, Hogeki, man. Thanks, 20, dude. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, like PayPal, I think MasterCard. I mean, dude, payment processors. You got growth stocks that are starting to look good again. We can look at those, all right? Not just PayPal and Qualcomm and Netflix. There are a few others, and Amazon looks pretty freaking prime for a major breakout. Okay, more upside. Reddit, thanks for the 2, dude. All right, let's see here. Thanks for the almost 900 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button and bell, sub. First stream from the Penthouse, so just bear with me, man. I'm but simple TA, man. Well, I mean, it's been a great run, and a really, really good run for Mattel. Here's the weekly here, dudes. Sorry, these old. Let me change the color there. Why don't I have this plotted, huh? What's going on with that? Why don't I have this $19 area plotted? Ah, that's why. That low from 2015 being back tested. Oh my goodness, that is such a beautiful head and shoulders pattern, right? Gorgeous. So that's what, like, energy also looking like this kind of too, double topping, right? Man, that is, wow. Volkowski would be so proud there, dude. Right, you got your slanted neckline, you got a breakout, but it's not just about the breakout. You got to look left and you got to understand where you're at. Let's see. Okay, it's a little off. Let me make sure this is perfect. Yeah, let me make sure this is perfect. Right there. It's that low from September 2015. Okay, and you're trying to hold it.
I hope in the future you will begin your own podcast where you share wisdom about the financial market and about charts with like-minded people. That would be great to watch or listen.
I don't claim to know that much about how the financial markets are going, dude. I just love the charts, dude.
3 months. Would you look at SKL? I put X on March 17th, A on May 23rd, B on May 28th, and C as of today. Looking for D target of about $1.23 for a bearish bat. Okay, reasoning or bad thought process.
Well, thank you, dude. Yeah, we'll look at it. Thanks. Sorry, I got more things
Enjoy
to
the
change.
new place and feel better soon, man. Surfer.
Thank you for the sofa, dude. Much love, Nick. Really, really appreciate that. Yeah. So there's that head and shoulders, the textbook head and shoulders. After the asset had an almost non-stop run, okay, from the COVID crash low to the head and shoulders, 256% appreciation in value in about a 400-day period. Okay, so when a pattern like this presents itself, hey, it could be the end of that run, and you could get a very, very mild to deep retrace. Okay, so you're well above the 200 moving average. That probably be your next target, 1746. But yeah, if we did a true measure move, okay, just for the sake of education, just so you can follow along, from the head to the neckline, from the breakout, that would be your target on Mattel. For downside, it's 1612. All right, beautiful structure, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Gotta love it, man. We'll see how it goes, dude. All right, that's a huge move up. It's gotta end at some point. Why not cap it off with a beautiful head and shoulders breakout. Nice. Nice request, dude. Because it's educational, you know? Alright, anyway, moving on. That was the first request of the Penthouse stream. Holy crap. Next one was oh, PayPal. Yeah, PayPal looking like it was looking like a snack. It was showing really nice accumulation, bouncing on the 200 moving average on the daily. It was gorgeous, dude. It was really nice. Okay, I don't care who you are. It was nice. Oh, it didn't. There were others that bounced on the 200. This was so strong it didn't even test the 200-day simple moving average. So it's rallied. It's broken what? It broke the bad action magnet move, $278 on Friday. Technically, I can't tell if it broke it on Thursday. It was close, man. Anyway, so truly Friday, you know, and there are gap fills. This could go all the way up to $305. But remember, anytime an asset breaks that bad action magnet move B, that B point, it'll run up. There's a high probability it would run up to the 886. But this is like a Gartley, dude. So you gotta understand that maybe, you know, a bearish Gartley's going on, and it might not be good, dude. Thank you, Michael, dude, for the 25. Cheers. Really appreciate the support of the stream, dude. All right. Guess I need it more than ever. All right. Anyway, so $290. Gotta be careful because that's a bearish structure, but in a really bullish trend. So you just be cognizant. That's all I can say. Because it looked good, man. It looked real good, but now you're just right. Flip the chart over. Dang, dude. Is that a bullish Gartley, dude? Yeah, it looks like it'd be a bullish Gartley. The good news is if it fails, right? If like, you know, growth continues to outperform the market rotation continues, which it's been happening. If it failed, what would happen? You got a chance of a bearish deep crab that could take this asset. I mean, if the conditions are too bullish and that fails, your next level of upside is $362. Yeah, bearish deep crab pattern. So it's either about to get wrecked soon, or it gets invalidated and violated because the conditions are overwhelmingly bullish. There's a rotation, market rotation into growth again, and you can see a target of $360+. So just keep that in mind. As we look at it, we must be cognizant of W-shaped patterns, right? Structures, right? Yeah, new crib, who dis? Exactly, Trent. You read my mind. Yeah, my white curves. Yeah, so there's something weird that happened with my chroma key. It's making white not possible, but when I shift the color to just a light gray, it is visible. It's so dumb, dude. It's going to mess up all my charts. I'm gonna have to. Every single one I look at, I'm going to have to do that. So just, yep. Yeah, there's echo for sure. I know. There's nothing I can do until I get, like, you know, some rugs in here, some furniture and stuff like that. It's just kind of barren, man. There's nothing here yet, kind of, except the setup. But it took me like 3-4+ hours getting this all set up, dude. But it's gorgeous. It's the dream. It's like, I almost had the dream set up at my other place, but I just didn't have a desk yet. But I got a $2,000 custom built desk, right? And now it is a literal dream setup. Everything's the dream. All right. Okay, so there you go, Michael. Let's pay attention to the 786. See what happens next week, because it's probably going to hit it next week, you know. Hopefully for violation. Hoping for a violation. What's that noise, man?
Can we check Rune USDT?
Yeah, we'll look at Rune, Super Trooper. Thanks for the $20 super chat. Thank you, man. Thank you. We'll see here. Let me check my notes. Crow's starting to get to deeper value areas for show. You got a lot of data on here, old stuff. There's numbers, head and shoulders right here that went nuts. It was beautiful, man. It was, look at this Wyckoff range down here. The way it ended up playing out was so amazing for all the insane upside. Again, this thing was going insane too. Look what happened when it broke that channel. Look, one peak, a second peak, a third peak. You had 3 falling peaks into devastation. TA's been respected very well on Crow. So what are we at now? We've done it again, man. We've come down to deep levels. So like, think about historically what happened, you know, from that low from March of 2020, COVID crash low, all the way to the high. What did it do? It hit a 78% retrace and began its momentum shifting structure. Low, lower low, lowest low. Then all of a sudden higher low, same low, right? Momo shift, deep value, perceived areas, and you were gone, all right? So where are we at now? Kind of the same boat a little bit, right? Where you have that low from December 2020 to the high, and we're, look, 78% retrace again. So you could be at value perceived areas where you're bouncing off of this low high from February of 2020. So yeah, it's like definitely some sort of X, A, B, C, D stuff. I think the 886 would probably be better. I think like the best value area would probably be like 8 cents. 8 cents area, man, that November high, kind of around the same January of this year levels. I mean, you hit it once, but you look very similar to the other assets, right? I just look a high, the lower high, another lower high, lower high, lower high. Good God, man, so much distribution here. But yeah, the same sort of like M shape developing that exists across the markets, this market, right? The crypto market. Look, it's like, it's the Gartley. Well, I mean, dude, you're like in the same territory. You're not quite at the pattern completion zone yet. And you don't have an edge either. Nothing's implying a reversal on the 4 hour. So yeah, you got some kind of Gartley down at deeper value areas, but it's probably going to be dependent on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin wants to dump, this thing's not going to play out. It's going to go to 8 cents and lower, right? But if Bitcoin wants to make a partial decline, somehow go back up to 41K and then beyond, this thing will probably play out very well. So just, we don't act like we know what's going on. All I can tell you is you've lost 78% of your value from your previous major discernible swing low from Christmas Eve of last year to its all-time high in February 21st of this year. That's all I can tell you. 70% retrace, but there is deeper value always at the 88% retrace, right? So it's reasonable to think, hey man, this is like, hey, yeah, this could be a value area for long, but at the same time, it could get much worse if the macro, which is Bitcoin, keeps rolling over. Okay, there's your crow, Hageki, man. Very similar to almost everything else on this market. Homogeneous as F. You know it, dudes. Okay, next one. Skillz to kill. Skillz to kill. Remember this one? This was a nice request. And then it became almost legend status. It's beautiful, dude. It's very, very good. Hidden bullish divergence in the midst of its development on the MACD histogram. Not quite developed, but like it will at any point when this asset pivots above the low of 1350 or so, right? It was kind of amazing. I mean, it's like, that's what you're looking for. I mean, this type of stuff can be so nice. It wasn't that great on the oscillators. Not really. It was okay. Could have been better, but like on the daily, when we're talking about an asset that has an XABCD, an M-shaped formation, where it reacts at a level, a previous high from July of 2020, it rallies, sells off again, you reaction low, and then the reversal low, the confirmation low. And it was true, like kind of, there was really nice bullish convergence there, if not divergence, you know, because it was a slightly higher low, and then it was just flirting with the inflection zone from September 2020, October 2020, right, the high low. So it was like a spring back test of spring almost, right, and then the big rally to 2274, right, which is a peak from December 18th of last year. You bearishly engulfed, you sold off, you're below the 200-day moving average, with the 200 moving average still looking pretty good. So you could go all the way down to 1657 and this could be good. This will take a while. This is the daily time scale. Eventual targets 36.41 and $46 and change. You said just speculating, take a position over the next 3 months, would you look at the scale? You put X to 317. 317. Bet. 317. I'm confused here.
Look at CRO/BTC, bro. You might like it more.
I mean, you're talking about that? Sure, then that's fine. There's more. Then there's more upside. Okay. Well, but look at this. This is a much larger structure, greater context. Hey, Geki, what's up, dude? Yeah, we'll look at credit Bitcoin. Sure, dude. Thank you, Geki. All right. So I think that this is good for the long term. All right. This is like what you consider the trend is reversing. Okay, and this harmonic is the structure that is ushering in the trend reversal. You now have you will soon to be having consecutive higher lows. So there is true accumulation occurring on this chart. This looks very different than many charts, right? All these assets that have had good runs over the past year are, I mean, like, they're way too high. They're showing head and shoulders, double tops, right? I mean, it's just not the same. This looks much better technically for someone to invest or at least take a position trade. Yeah, for sure. But that was the case down here when we identified it initially in May. It was great, man. See if we can find a chart for it, right? Tripping through time. Yeah, dude, look, I mean, all patrons were pinged. If you were a patron in the Patreon, you were pinged on this. The date of May 22nd, man. There it is, $15.21, dude. Yeah, you know, great chart at everyone, you know. It was beautiful, dude. It was beautiful. So that's like, you know, what is appreciated, you know, 15.21. Get it right on 21. But like at its highest point, the asset went up from that ping. The asset in like a little over 2 weeks went up 62.69%. And even where it is now, the asset's still up 24% and change, 25% from that ping, right? So that's like, yeah, that's why people are patrons. That's why we have a lot of patrons, you know, for those pings. So, you know. What's up, Don Juan, dude? But at the same time, right? I'm not acting like I know where this thing's going, dude. I only look at, you know, confluence levels, deep retraces, divergence, convergence, right? I mean, I'm not making predictions. We're just looking at the formula, right? That's been established. I've been working on, I guess, for over 10 years, you know, and just putting things together that work for me. And these are nice, man. It's a really nice system. So, but it does require patience because it's not like a day trader thing. When we find these things on the daily, dude, it can take weeks, months to play out, right? Like, yeah, water for real, dude. It's okay, Nicholas, man. There will always be another. Don't feel bad if you ever miss an opportunity. There's always going to be another one, man, okay? Okay. Next one. On our first Penthouse stream ever, man. It's an honor to hang out with all of you and just look at charts, because that's what I love doing, man. We just like looking at charts, and, you know, I wish total market cap looked better, but what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? So yeah, dude, yeah. I mean, like Rune, like many others across this space. Problem is, it's like, what low do you use on the daily? Do you use this discernible low from March? If you do, yeah, it's very deep retrace, a very, very deep retrace. You know, like a 786, 886. You know, and I know why you're asking, because look at the bullish divergence on the MACD. It's so like a low and then the slightly lower low. It's so good. Impending price action reversal implied on the daily time scale at the 200-day moving average. and look how you're trying to bullishly engulf today. You look at this, man, it's incredible. It's like many other assets, homogeneous market, man. I look at one chart, I'll look at them all in crypto. It's the Gartley, it's the legendary Gartley. It actually went, it was the Bartley, right? It went too deep. It went all the way down to a 93% retrace. So the 786 is right here, their true pattern completion zone. What's it doing? What's it doing at the 886, man? Fine. You show me 886, you're not gonna make me be like, oh, it's terrible now, because dude, I'm just saying 886 is better than 786 because it's look at that, man. That's incredible. Like, that's literally amazing, dude. And look at that. That lines up that March 11th high. That was an all-time high at one point. I mean, that's just strong, man. So a little zone of inflection right there. That's nice, dude. That's like really, really nice. Upside potential at least to 1040, you know, and nice engulfing candle. Not engulfing it, Harambe. Look at that, man. I mean, that's some serious hidden bullish divergence right there developed on the 4 hour. Look, from a low to a slightly higher low with much higher levels of negative momentum. I mean, that's like, unfortunately, it's just gonna do what Bitcoin does. But that's like, these are things where if you want to take shots, if you want to bet, if you want to place your bids, take your chances, this is like when you do it. I mean, at the levels like this, right? I mean, this is it. The upside. Think about targets on this asset for just Casey Stubbs targeting. I mean, 1375 at you A and C. CNA gets a TNA, right? Probst. I mean, that's the upside. So, I mean, OMG's doing the same thing. It's making a lower low though, not a higher low. So, I mean, Rune looks incredible. Rune's absolutely beautiful, but you know, what can I do when Bitcoin rolls over? It won't play out, but that's okay. I mean, you have a stop loss set up, and you move on. It's beautiful, dude. Nice one, Hageki, dude. Was that you? Or was that, no, it was Super Trooper. It's Super Trooper, my man. Let's go, dude. Let's freaking go. Can we please get some hype in the chat for Super Trooper, dude? This plays out, you become Hype King or something, all right? Someone write that down. It sucks, man, how like, oh, it looks great, and then Bitcoin rolls over, and then it fails, and it's like, oh, TA sucks, dude. It's like, nah, that's just not how it works, because, you know, you get the same setup like this and other times in history, and it plays out and goes to freaking, like, quintuples up, right? It exceeds the targets and goes to friggin' Mars and Pluto. So it's just like, this is it, dude. Rune, my man. I've been live now for 1 hour. Look on the hits, man. That's a bunch of beat, everyone.
Congrats on the new pad. Love to support the stream. What % of your overall portfolio is crypto versus stocks? Theta chart please. Eyes, praying gesture.
So JS, thanks, man. % overall portfolio is crypto versus stocks.
Can we look at ADT? Been riding this one from 8.70. Do you think this is worth holding to 13 in the current market conditions?
What's up, Mobus, man? I own some ADT in my IRA off of like from way back. But unfortunately for me, I'm in a weird spot when it comes to my portfolio allocation and stuff because I have that tips account that has ballooned. I mean, it's up like 1,000+% in a year still even after all this crashing, right? So, because it just compounds. Like any tip I get in crypto never gets sold. It just keeps going. So I own actually a higher percentage of crypto, mainly Bitcoin, Ethereum, than I do of stocks. So I would say it's probably like 60-40-ish, kind of, if I'm thinking off the cusp here. But dude, it's a lot of money, man. It's like, what happened? What happened, dude? So for me, it's like that money I consider, if it goes to zero, I'm good. Like whatever, I'm not selling it. It's just, This aggression will not stand, man. Hold on. Playlist ended, so... But it's funny though, because I did it because there was some troll that taught crap. It's like, how could you ever listen to this guy about crypto when on his portfolio allocation in crypto is only 5%? This was, mind you, this was during the bear market of 2018. So it was actually, that's pretty smart to only have a very small amount allocated after a bubble popped, But like, so I'm like, fine, screw this guy. If you tip me in crypto, I'll never sell it. And look what it's turned into. It's stupid, dude. It's unbelievable. Like wealth generation. Okay, so like, dude, Rune, I'm sorry. It's incredible. Look, I add everyone to patrons. Not one emoji, not one reaction. Durr, what do you want me to do, man? All right, anyway, moving on. Gotta love Rune, dude. I mean, trade setup. How are we gonna do it, man? How do we do it? It's up 11%. That's what sucks, dude. Like, oh, it's up 11%. You're requesting it now, Like anything below that inflection point. But then the upside, I mean, like, look at that. I mean, entering, maybe it pulls back or something on a new day. It's kind of tough because, dude, it's caught its reversal low. It could be going and it could not come back. So I'm just saying, like, anything like in this area of taking a long at the stop loss below X and that inflection point from history, I mean, you've got 3.31% upside, like even with it being up 11%, you take your long and you just have a stop loss below that second bottom, that first bottom. I mean, you still got, like, you don't take profit at C, but you take profit at A. You got 3.13 to 1 reward to risk. It's incredible, dude. It's literally amazing. Wow. Dude, I hear some lady screaming. She's still screaming, dude. All right. All right, next one was for Hageki, man. Oh, God. Ugh, I don't like it right here. Hageki, man, I don't like it where it is. I mean, now give it a second, and if it changes, it's just jobbing around. I just don't know, right? It's the inflection point is between 314 and 332 Satoshis, right? Kind of like right there. And it's below it. It's below it, and it's showing distribution, a high, a lower high, another lower high, multiple lower highs. It's not really looking that good, right? I mean, just what's up with the distribution, And now it's like just anything below 314 sats sucks, right? Where what could happen? Like, yeah, you could almost visualize it, even with that crazy wick to the low point. Man, that's like a garlic. So you would wait for the asset to get down to like 225 sats. And then we could be talking about some value, 16185 fib extension near the 786, and from B to C. So as I look at it right now, I can't be sold on this. I can't like it until it does something that makes more sense. Whether it gets back above 332 and holds it and stays above it, okay, or it goes down to the 786. There's no reasonable argument right now for why I would want a long crow to Bitcoin. Well, most of the time when death cross happens in bull markets, right, you get lots upside. It's a lagging indicator, and it's pretty slow, man. In the bearish markets, when you get golden crosses, oftentimes you get big drawdowns, later. So I don't know if you can put much weight on something like the death cross right now, but yeah, it's not really good. Let's real quick, back on total. Grows, man. Oh God, look at all that extended amount of positive mode. That's gonna go negative again, dude. You're just barely holding that 200 moving average. It's really getting weak, man. You're just hugging the 200 moving average now. Hugging it. You bounce once, okay. You bounce twice, okay. It's time to go. And now you're back at it for the third time. I don't like that, man. No death cross on total, but we guess we'll get a Bitcoin. We'll look at it, dude, okay? Here it is. There it is. Yeah, the death cross is very real.
Hey Mitch, congrats on the new
What's up, Ben?
pad. Can you tell me on CTI/USDT 4 hours whether this resembles/represents wick-off accumulation?
CTI to US dollar tether? Sure, we'll look at it, man. Thank you. I look a little older. Well, I haven't shaved in like, I don't know, 2 weeks or something. So, you know, facial hair's been making a comeback. I don't know, dude. I should shit. I just, you know, everything's packed up. You know, I'm moving around, doing things. So there is your death cross. Let it be visualized. God, everything that's wine has to be great. Good God, dude. I'm just glad all my horizontal lines are not white. I'd be devastated. My life would be over. Whew. Glad it's just the Bulkowski structures. There you go. Boom. No harm, no foul-ish. Okay. They give me more downside. Whatever, you know. It's very, very strong hidden bearish divergence is still in development. Man, it's like, you know, it just extended on. Right, like a high on price, a much lower high on price with much higher levels of positive momentum. That is still very real. So impending price action continuation is still implied on the MACD histogram, man. There's bearish convergence on the RSI. Looks like you had a little false breakout there. You tried to break it and you failed. Look, it's just like a trend line here, man. I don't know. Like that. It's just, that's just bad, man. You gotta break that. So think about it, you eventually come all the way down to oversold again. You fill the gap at 24K and change this summer sometime. Everyone quits the market, but then bullish, extreme, undeniable, ridiculous, legendary bullish divergence shows up in oversold territory, you know, in like August or something, September, and then after the gap fill, 24.5 or whatever, the rally begins, and then you eventually break this RSI downtrend you've been in since Sweet Mother of God, since the beginning of the year, right? Gross. Nice one, James, dude. That's that scammer copy pasta. Yeah, dude. You'll be kicking yourself for not investing in crypto with Mr. Rogers, dude. Dude, I love Mr. Rogers. Then you got all the fake accounts that comment on the comment, the fake scam comment. I love Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers helped me gain 0.5 Bitcoins in less than 10 seconds, man. Oh yeah, dude. What's his Telegram? Every day. Alright, so Death Cross. Death Cross chat. Be scared. Not really. Just take it, understand it, it exists, it happened, and it's a very, very real lagging indicator. So what's up, Matt S? You, in a strange way, you missed the stream. You don't. It doesn't have to be strange to miss the stream, dude. You know, like, I don't know. It can be normal. So next request, man, was... Oh, JS asked for that. I didn't even, he snuck one in on me. Oh, dude, what are you doing?
Not sure if it means anything, but on the Bitcoin futures chart it's not anywhere close to a death cross. Is it possible that the futures chart is what institutions are looking at and not so much SPY?
Okay, but thanks to 10, dude. Possibly. Derivatives market, yeah, sure. Seen it in the past where TH respected far greater much more defined on futures than it is on spot price. Yeah. Yep. I mean, again, it's just like, it's like something that it happened on spot, and it's like, I don't think you should like make major decisions based on death crosses. Okay, just saying. You got to hold account, hold it till 0 or billion. If you're a trader, wait for opportunities to present themselves where assets are making consecutive higher lows at deep value areas, right? Like water and SKLZ, right? Those are like deep value areas. Or like momentum, where like assets have been consolidating bullishly for like a year, like Amazon and Netflix. Bullish Gartley at the bottom of a range on a double bot. Dude, it's like there are things out there that like people are just so like bent on just stuck on crypto, and it's like, dude, look at other asset classes, man. They can make you money, and like you don't have to be beholden to Bitcoin death crossing and making consecutive lower highs and stuck in the middle of a range between 30K and 40K. You're at 35K. I mean, that's dead middle. Flip the coin, dudes. All right, so Theta looks kind of terrible. Kind of awful, dude. I mean, like $10, double topping at $10, I mean, there's a lot of downside on this asset. You're in a downtrend. You're in a correction, man. You're making a high, same high, lower highs, and on the lower highs is one top, second top, third top. I mean, like, right? I mean, Theta just doesn't look good. Like, it's like one peak, and then, hey, dude, look, it's a second peak. So one peak you don't know. Second peak you kind of do know. You're like, all right, be careful. $10 is now resistance, and you got a neckline. It just is not great, man. That's the neckline of the potential double top happening in a correction. So remember, if you're in a short-term, midterm, you're in a midterm downtrend, right? Midterm downtrend. What performs well in downtrends? Bearish patterns. Oops, gotta get used to that, man. All right, so down. I mean, think about it. The measured move could take you down to $5 eventually, and that would make sense. X, A, B, C, D stuff, right? Value down there, whatever. So it just doesn't look great, man. It just doesn't look good. Okay. Yeah, dead bot, exactly. It's so weird. It's like, imagine someone falling for that. What's up, Triple Alex, man? Yeah, it's stressful. It was super stressful, and it's like made me sick. It like weakened my immune system, destroyed me. So now I'm like dead right now. Okay, hopefully I'll get over it. All right, sorry, Theta, for ruining the party. Let's move on. Next one. It sure does, man. Isn't it crazy? Wow. Well, this is crazy, dude, because we had seen this one before. We've been here on CTI, and it made an 886. It never got there, and it finally did get there May 19th, but then dumped and went to like 100% retrace. So it violated the harmonic structure, but went down to a high from January of this year and has just been bouncing off of it. And yeah, this is one that's like, wow. Right, so harmonic kind of like, it's deadish, but yeah, I mean, like, I think like the inflection, you're like below the inflection point there, right? Between like 7 and 9 cents. Definitely like lower risk areas. Now, we go from like the all-time low to the high. Where are we at? The all-time low to the high. You're like 90%, 92% retrace. So if you can't hold this, man, you're probably going down to like 2 cents. So you lose like 60% of your value if it dumps. I mean, that's 4 hours pretty good. Let's look at the daily. See, the daily had really nice bullish divergence down here, huh? At least in the MACD. Kind of the RSI too, dang. I mean, so you're at your deep value areas. You're trying to hold on to a support resistance from January 4th, you know, so I guess your cutoff would be like 5 cents. You fall below 5 cents, you probably don't want anything to do with the asset, you know. So wipe-off accumulation, I don't know if we would call it wipe-off accumulation exactly. It's just a range, and it's running back up to the top of the range, which is like 7 cents. Right, you had an up thrust right here. It's not bad. I mean, it's just like a lot of altcoins that have done this though, right? I mean, OMG has done the same thing. OMG, dude, like really deep levels of value, you know, and it's trying to hold, and it's trying to show double bottom, bullish divergence on the MACD. I mean, at inflection points, it's above that zone, September 29th, November 25th, God, January 18th of this year, March 2nd, right? It's above, it's trying to hold that. I mean, like a lot of assets in the altcoin space are trying to show that, and they're trying to show these freaking confirmation lows, like one bottom, a second bottom with divergence and stuff. I mean, dude, again, it's like lower risk plays, but homogeneous market. Lemon, it will happen again, man. I'm just recovering, you know, from this crazy, dude. It's like since Savannah, Georgia, I've been going non-stop, dude. It's taxing. It's taxing, man. We looked at SKL Balapa, didn't we? You must have missed it. Chat, can you back me up? We looked at SKL, right? Stream normally starts at 6 p.m. Eastern every day. Be alert. Yes, Deadbite said yes, we did look at Skillz to kill Balapa. What the heck, dude? You go AFK after your request, huh? Get wrecked, dude. All right, so let's move on. Oops, missed one. Sorry. Let's see. Let's go back to it. Well, let's go to it. It was nice, man. It played out. It ended up playing out in the end, man. Like what ADT, double bottoming at an inflection zone, right? Once, twice, and it still got upside. Now it's down 6%. Yes, it is. Because that happens, Larry. You know, I think it could go all the way down to 961 and back test it as support. Okay. I'm still holding this thing, man. Hey, 1.28% dividends. It's almost nothing burger, but better than nothing. I think there's a lot more upside on this. Based on the harmonics, based on the fact of where it is contextually, I think this is $13 upside. I mean, there's nothing, you know, it's like, look at the momentum shifting complexity, man. It's like a complex inverse head and shoulders. It's still working on playing out. And I think $13 upside, but then after $13 is $15 to $16, those deep retraces from the very top to the bottom, man. All right, yes, ADT, I own it in my IRA, Roth IRA, and I'm holding it long, man. And I think I can understand if it goes to 961 to back test just to confirm what was once an old resistance is support for the first time ever. That hasn't occurred. There is some bearish divergence on the MACD histogram, not the RSI. So there you go. That's your ADT. Beautiful Momo shifting stuff going on this asset. Okay. So yeah, man. I mean, in crypto, dude, it's like
there's bears out here.
Yeah, but whatever, dude, right? It's also like
That's pretty neat.
Oh, you wanted to see SKL of crypto? Why? Why ruin everything with that, dude? Jeez. What was that? What's up, Oli Smokes, dude? What's up, dude?
Happy Father's Day, Mitch. You are a godfather of TA and you deserve recognition on this day. Be
I don't know about that, man. I'll do it to you. Make another you can reviews, okay? Thank you so much, all these mugs, man. We're gonna do things, okay? This is my godfather voice. It's alright, dude. Just being a little goofy. Thank you, dude, for the 1776 contribution, man. What's wrong with this guy? Oh god, you have Rune the stream with your SKL to USDT request, dude. I think that's how we got SKLZ. I accidentally looked at the wrong thing or something. Ugh, gross.
Gentlemen, in the mix.
That was disgusting. Oh my god, man. It was skills to kill. It was a pretender. Remember this wedge, dude? I remember this wedge. Remember when it was making higher highs, higher lows, not lower highs, lower lows? Yeah, dude. It's a harmonic. It's like a lot of other things, right? Too effed, man. Too deep. 70%, 67, too deep, man. Too deep, everything's all screwed, man. This one's kind of just screwed. There's no like context that really makes sense either for support, right? I mean, like if anything, you were gonna say like 16.5 to 19.22 cents would make the most sense, but other than that, it's like straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. I don't like it because of that. Like if you take away this little harmonic that's not real, it's like fake. It's like it's an M-shaped formation, but it's all scuffed and doesn't meet the criteria that is required for an actual textbook confirmation, right? I mean, dude, I think the best area to maybe go long would be 16.5 to 19.2 cents, not where it is now. Like it's in the middle of this zone, you know, like, hey, I hope it reverses, but it's like, there's so many other assets out there, like you could long, why, who cares about SKL, Balapa, right? Okay, is that sound good to you? Sorry. God, man, Cardano looks gross kind of too. I mean, yeah, there's divergence going on with 4 hour, okay. But dude, you're below 145, 148. Anything below 145, 148 is ugly, dude. It's not good. It's not good, man. Not good. Oh, I'm just like looking at these assets, man. Jeez, oh my God, BNB's so ugly. Look at that, dude. Look at this, like, it's ugly if you're wanting it to be bullish. It's very pretty if you just are looking at it TA wise. I mean, that's like head and shoulders. Anything below 332, you run the risk of going down to like 226 to 205, man. Be careful, dude. Be really, really careful here, man. That's gross. Very gross. Okay, I mean, we're talking like this, dude. Like a shark, I think. Like a bullish shark. Yeah, something like that. Shark, cipher. Come on, dude. Something like down here at like 230 now. Careful, man. This crypto's just, ugh. Some look good, then some are like, wow, this thing could get nuked. Yeah, Link looks good. Yeah. Link looks good, man. It looks great. Look at that. You can't get better than that on Link, dude. It's like, come on, man. Look at this. Look what it's doing. This August of 2020 peak being held not once but twice, right? 786 actually tested, right? And then the divergence. It continues on. It's beautiful, man. Link is like, and if it fails, you get stopped out with minimal losses, right? Because you do not want to mess with this asset below this August of 2020 high. You don't want to touch it. But above that, there could be glory if the upside happens in crypto, which would be Bitcoin. It's beautiful, dude. It really, really is. It's what you want every single time you take a long, but it doesn't always play out. I mean, stop losses and trades fail. I mean, that's what you want to see. It's gorgeous. Upside, we're talking $32, $33, and then $35. It's beautiful. Right? Link, gorgeous, man. But beholden to what? Sorry, clicked the wrong button, dude. Okay. We good, dude? We good. Sure, falling wedge too. Yeah, go ahead and add that to your cake baking. Sure. It's a falling wedge, man. It's a falling wedge. Yeah, falling wedge to boot. Even better. Sure. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens, man.
Midge, I'm still learning harmonics and not trading. This appears to have a deep crab on the 4 hours. Am I right to be taking 0.08705 or should it be from 0.7768?
I don't know, educational advice, please. Let's look at it, man. Thanks so much, dude. 20. Alright. We're caught up on requests, so sweet. Alright, 1. I mean, same thing, dude. Same thing where it's like, hey, it's a 786 once and maybe twice now, you know? That's pretty nice, dude. That's really good. It like everything looks good for upside, you know. Or it's like a bad action magnet move confirmation, dude. The divergence happening at the same time is wonderful. I mean, that's so good. Like for upside, dude. Hey, look at the wick right there, man. Look at that, dude. Look at that 6.9 cents right there. April 23rd or 22nd. Man, that's set up perfectly. Same thing with like a falling wedge there too, right? I mean, that's one looks good. One definitely looks at an area that's kind of low risk. I don't think you want anything to do with this asset below 6.9 cents because look, straight up. Guess what? You break it for real, you go straight down. It will lose over half its value if it breaks this ice line. So this is it, dude. It's kind of like do or die. So it's very easy to strategize risk on this one, on one. Okay, Harmony up 1.68% today. Does that help at all? He says, appears to have a deep crab on the 4 hour. This is not a deep crab. This is kind of like a scuffed Gartley. It's a little too deep on B, but man, look at the context of where it is. Deep crab. All right, so if it fails, right? Just like we talked about PayPal, if it's Gartley failed, where would it go? 1618. My God, dude, 1.7 cents pattern completion zone. So it's either here or it's 1.7 cents when it's been nuked to like, and it makes sense too. It would make plenty of sense. Why? Because the asset's clearly in a downtrend, and from that low to high, that's when it gets to like, dude, we're talking 88%, 90% retraces, deep value. Yeah, so I could easily see that happening too if the market rolls over. Definitely, man. Yep. You're onto something for sure. All right, yeah, man, that's definitely what could happen too. Will the release of UFO information have an impact on the market? Probably not, dude. Probably not, unless they realize that aliens are participating in the market. Yep. When is that happening? Has that not happened yet? What date is it? When does it happen, chat? Tell me the date. Aliens might invest. We don't know, dude. Not particularly, David E, but I do ping like when something looks awful. Like I'll ping like a Head and Shoulders and stuff. I mean, like it just like depends on the conditions, market conditions. If the trend's bearish, yeah, like when we start shifting bearish, yeah, I'll start doing it more. The date is. I don't know what that noise is, dude. It's so weird. Oh, wow, it stopped. What the? Really weird. Is it the 26th? You're the only one that's even questioned the date that I asked. I'm like, is it gonna happen, man? I think this is a very real possibility on one. Anyway, so been live for 1 hour and 30 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, the like button, that bell, that sub. Only the real ones are here. The Moon Boys are long dead, okay? They're dead. Let's have a moment of silence for the Moon Boys.
Clipping coupons in the stock market.
Okay, that's all they got. Get ready, Moon Boys! We're gonna make it, dude. We're gonna be okay. 415 likes, I appreciate it. One day volatility will return, but it is not this day. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is just get out of here a little early. I think we've covered a decent amount today. I think there's been some education. There's certainly some altcoins that are at areas. They're at reversal lows, not reaction lows. So they're at those double bottom at PCZ areas, which is right for longs, but not if the macro sucks. So just gotta look at Bitcoin on the weekly. That just, again, another rejection. You're about to bearishly engulf in 25 minutes unless something miraculous happens. Negative momentum's beginning to build again. Dude, you don't want to reject these levels like that for too long. Otherwise, you run the probability of dumping to the bottom of that range at 30K. Okay. Yeah, happy Father's Day to everyone, alright? Hidden bearish divergence, very real still on the daily, so just be cognizant, but understand growth. Before I leave, Amazon, dude. Amazon, yes, it is a high risk area. It's been in a range for literally a year, but what does this look like? Let me show you something, just so you see, okay? Look at, I was showing my dad this weekend. Okay, look at NVIDIA structure and then look at Amazon's structure, dude. All right, you got a canary behavior. Yeah, canary behavior. That much higher low off the 200 moving average from Amazon. Look what NVIDIA did. I think Amazon, soon it will break. I mean, like you're talking, dude, rule of three. 1 time, 2, 3, now 4 times testing it. This is what you would consider now, chat. Listen to me. We now have a confirmed partial decline on Amazon on the daily, meaning there is a 70% chance of a breakout to the upside very soon. Do you get it? So all I'm telling you is Amazon's upside potential is very high. That. Just like NVIDIA, man. A partial decline. What was the partial decline? It was right here, mate. So don't forget about Amazon saved the effing world during the COVID crash, and it had done nothing burger since July of last year. It's a year, dude. 1 year in a bullish reaccumulation range, IMO, with this previous high or low right there off the 200. So don't be surprised if in the coming weeks, months, we get a bullish breakout, okay? That's it. I'm gonna leave you with that, your moment of zen or whatever you wanna call it. Let's go, dudes. Let's go. Much better looking than Bitcoin. I'm sorry. All right. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. It was a great, very seamless stream. You know, my first stream in my new place. So thanks for coming out, being a part of history, and I'll just be back. Till next time. Respect the T. Hey.
gentleman in the mix.
robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
I have some evidence Man Bear Pig could be in this area.
I don't know, sir.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.